Hello everybody, my name is Suyash. You're watching Mind Body Spirit. In my last video, we spoke about the pros and cons of applying the law of attraction on just one intention at a time versus applying the law of attraction on various intentions simultaneously. If you haven't seen that video, once you're done watching this one, go and watch that as well. As promised, in this video, we'll be talking about in case you choose to apply the law of attraction on various intentions simultaneously, how can you go about it? How can you start just doing that? And how can you ensure that you are successful in applying the law of attraction and in manifesting various intentions simultaneously at the same time? How you can do that? Let's get started. Before going into the specific ways by which you can start right now to apply the law of attraction for various intentions simultaneously, let's just talk a little bit about something that I like to call a thought collection. It's a term coined by me, by the way, so don't even try Googling it. In my previous videos, we have extensively talked about the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. So, a thought collection, in my mind, a thought collection is a collection of thoughts that are evoked in our subconscious mind as a result of thinking a conscious thought. Let me explain this to you with the help of an example. So let's say you have to right now think about going from point A to point B. Let's say you're watching this at your home and you're thinking about going to your work tomorrow morning, right? Now, what do you think? What do you think when you think of this particular, covering this particular path? You probably think about driving, and you are thinking about driving, and you're not even thinking about, going out into your garage and to, start the car and changing the gear and pushing the accelerator. You're not thinking about all these small things. You are thinking about an expanded thought, which is to drive to work, right? But when you think about driving to work, automatically all of these thoughts, that these are the things that are, that constitute the bigger verb, which is driving, all of them automatically come into your mind. You are thinking about driving, you're not thinking about all of those details, but those details are incorporated already. You can't even help it. They are incorporated automatically into that thought which is driving. So when you think about driving, this thought collection of all the things that are involved in driving already, they are evoked in your subconscious mind, isn't it? Another example, let's say we hear the word education. Let's say in the news, some politician or some diplomat or somebody is saying that, education is the silver bullet. If we want to create a civilized society, we have to focus on education. Every time you hear education, some images automatically just emerge in your mind. Maybe a classroom, maybe a really educated person, maybe a person who is in a really good job, something like that. Or maybe if you haven't had a very good experience with education, not very good education standards, maybe you've seen somewhere. So bad state of classrooms, bad teachers, incompetent teachers, maybe all of that will come into your mind depending upon the circumstances that you've lived under till now. And so now these are thought collections. Again, you're just thinking about education, but automatically all of that comes to your mind because in your subconscious mind, these things have gotten associated with that particular thought, which is education, or in our previous example, driving. How can we use thought collections with respect to what we are talking about in this video? I want to talk to you about something that is called a vision board. And I mean, it's a vast topic. Maybe I'll need to make another video about vision boards. It's not something that I have invented, by the way. Vision boards are immensely famous, immensely popular, not just with practitioners of the law of attraction, but with other people as well. Vision board is primarily a board, as the name suggests, where you can stick pictures and quotes and all of the stuff that inspires you, which denotes the things that you want to achieve or the things that you want to become. So basically what I would recommend you to do is, and by the way, you can make online vision boards as well, but I would suggest to try both of them out because maybe one will work for you the better. It's a personal choice, obviously. So how do you make a vision board? You take a board. It can be a pin-up board, it can be a sticky board where you can stick stuff. It can be anything at all, or it can simply be your wall. You can stick stuff. If you're living with your parents, make sure you take your permission because when I was a child, it created some trouble at my home because I got scolded by my mom for sticking stuff on my room's walls. So take care of that. Now, how do you make a vision board? Let's say you want to manifest a particular car. Just find a photograph of that car, maybe in a magazine or something. You can cut that, or you can simply search on Google and take a printout, and then you place that somewhere on your vision board. You also at the same time want to, let's say, manifest a perfect partner. So just have an image of what kind of a partner would you want. No, not necessarily that exact person, but somebody like this, somebody who's as kind as this person, somebody who's as beautiful as this person, somebody who looks like this person, somebody who has a personality like this person, something like that, right? Also, you can place quotes. So if you have a list of qualities that you want to attract in a partner, you can just very don't make it too long, because the motive of a vision board is something that you instantly look at it and instantly you are able to see that, okay, these are the things that this particular photograph denotes, right? So it shouldn't be something that you have to really read out of the vision board. So you can just, maybe in one line, you can talk about one or two or three maximum qualities in that partner that you want, right? Also, what this does, this vision board, what it does is it forces you to finally decide what you want. So maybe you're confused about which car you want to manifest, which color you want to manifest. Finally, because you have to make a vision board now, you'll have to just sit down and make up your mind and relax. And when you make up your mind, the first step that a lot of people struggle with, what do I really want, at least you cross that first hurdle, right? And once you are done, the manifestation process starts. So that's also one of the reasons why I like vision boards, because they force you to really think about it and to finally decide. Also, on the vision board, you can leave some quotes, right? So let's say you can leave a quote: I enjoy perfect health, I'm so grateful for my amazing health, or something like that. My income keeps on increasing. Anything that really resonates with you. In my video about Donald Trump, we talked about this, that when you use sentences, they should not be sentences that you can write in a book, that, oh, what an author. You don't have to become a good author to become a good manifester. So those sentences should be something that you are easily able to relate with. When talking to the universe, use words and use the language that you are really comfortable with, that a language that comes naturally to you, right? So you can include quotations, and so like this, you can include as many intentions as you want, right? So that creates your vision board. At any given point on one of my vision boards, I have anywhere between, say, 7 to maybe sometimes 15, 16 intentions at the same time on that board, right? And now place that vision board somewhere prominent. For example, I have a vision board right in front of my laptop. So when I'm working on my laptop, I'm obviously looking at the laptop, but every time that I'm thinking, or maybe somebody gives me a call, now I'm distracted, so I'm talking on the phone, I look up and there's my vision board. So that is somewhere where, even effortlessly, even without trying, I'm going to be looking at it at least 50, 60 times a day. Really, no exaggeration. So place it somewhere prominent. Now, how do vision boards relate with what we talked about earlier, which is thought collections? Basically, what you are doing when you are making a vision board is you are preparing to create, intentionally and effortfully create, a thought collection within your mind, which is going to serve you a lot. And so, how do you practice with a vision board? You've made a vision board. Now, how do you practice it? You practice it by, whenever you look at it, just focus on all the things that are there on the vision board. Just look, just observe. And while you're looking, feel the feelings of already having all of those. You don't need to spend a lot of time. Every time you look at it, you spend 20 minutes on it. That's not practical. Don't do it. But once or twice a day, give it some time. So in the morning, after getting up, maybe you meditate in the morning. For example, I meditate in the morning. After I've done all of that, I just sit down on my desk before I'm starting with my work, before I open my laptop. I'll just spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes looking at the vision board, right? And so every time I look at it, so okay, I see the picture of the car that I want to manifest. So okay, feeling the feelings of already having that. Yeah, how I'll feel, how the steering wheel would feel in my hands, how my family would be so happy to be driving, how they would be comfortable and safe and all of that, right? And how I'll be able to travel a long distance without getting tired, because it's such a comfortable car, right? So just feel the feelings of already having that, then instantly switch to the next one. Okay, now I'm trying to, say, attract this vacation. Okay, how would it feel? It would just feel excellent. So just close your eyes, and so one by one by one, don't spend a lot of time on each intention. Just spend 1 or 2 minutes on each intention and just keep moving into this. What you're doing is, number one, you're obviously, 2 minutes is not a small time. It's not that you have to visualize for 20 minutes only, then it will be effective. Even if you are stopping for 2 minutes on each intention and you're visualizing, and also while visualizing sending out the feeling of gratitude, that is 2 minutes of really powerful application of the law of attraction. So that's the first benefit. Also, what you are doing is, gradually, maybe in a week of doing this, And don't just do this in the morning, also do this maybe in the afternoon, and if possible also do it again. You can spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 3 times a day in this practice, right? You just have to sit on your chair, you're relaxing, so instead of doing nothing while you're relaxing, do this. It'll feel really good. Now, gradually, what will happen is that a thought collection will be created. So, every time you think about your vision board, automatically, without even trying, the images on the vision board will start coming in front of your eyes, because your subconscious mind will finally recognize the connection between the vision board and the individual photographs that are there on that vision board, and also not just the photographs, also the emotions associated with each photograph, right? So every time you think about your vision board, all of that will come into your mind. If you had to think about all of it all the time and maybe 10 times a day, it would be a Herculean task. It would be really difficult. But to just think about your vision board is easy. Now, as I spoke about in my last video, we can capitalize on good feelings, isn't it? And so in the last video, I gave you the example that you're trying to manifest, say, A, B, C, D, four things, A, B, C, D, you're trying to manifest. And A is not manifesting because it's taking a lot of time. Maybe you are not able to believe in it with all your heart, but B manifests. Now you go into manifesting A with higher belief because B manifested. So your belief levels increased. And that will actually help you in certainly and in a speedy way be able to manifest A, isn't it? So what you did was you capitalized on your success with one manifestation and used it in your efforts to manifest something else. Now that is one way to look at the law of attraction. But law of attraction is not just limited to that. Law of attraction is not limited to just constantly thinking about things that you want to manifest. A big part of law of attraction that we ignore is to be really happy, is to be really grateful and cheerful about the things that we already have in our life. So how you can use that thought collection that we just created with the help of the vision board is to capitalize on the good feelings that are evoked within you when something good happens to you. And so, for example, something really simple happens to me. Let's say I'm driving and I have the green signal. I don't have to wait at the traffic signal, and I can just zoom past and I'm on time to my destination. I'm not delayed. And so that is something that we tend to ignore. We feel good that, okay, oh, thank God. We feel relieved that it's, the signal is green, and yet we don't dwell on it. We just ignore it. And if the next signal is red, we are again frustrated and irritated. We forget that, that green signal saved us a couple of minutes, and we can be grateful for that, right? So we first need to get into the habit of really observing these small things that keep happening to us. It's a matter of habit. People are in the habit of totally ignoring them, and so even though good things are happening to them, they ignore that and they remain sad and frustrated. There are some people that really dwell on it, really focus on it. Maybe it's something really tiny, and yet they are happy and grateful for it, and they get into the habit of really noticing all of those things. And also that feeling of gratitude and cheer and happiness keeps on increasing with practice, because it's, what you're feeling is all a play of habits. Trust me about that. And we can change how we feel, and we can change the intensity of the feelings with practice. And so how you can use the thought collection is that anytime something good happens to you, first of all, really dwell on it. So green signal, it's just wonderful. Good things just keep happening to me. The universe is so kind to me. I am manifesting all good things into my life. So start with this thought, and then introduce the thought of that thought collection of your vision board. So good things keep happening to me. I'm manifesting all wonderful things in my life. Hey, my vision board, it's happening. All of those things are coming into my life. You're already feeling good by something good that you have received in your life. Use that feeling for something that you want to bring into your life. Does that make sense to you? And this process may seem a little complicated. I've introduced so many things in this one video, so watch it a couple of times more if you have to. But the process, trust me, is very simple. When you just start applying it, when you start using it, it's so simple, it's so intuitive that it will just come to you naturally, and it's very powerful. So maybe it'll take, a couple of weeks, not even a couple of weeks, maybe just 1 week to just get into the habit of doing all of this. But it will take very little time, it will take very little effort. But what it will do to your subconscious mind through this thought collection concept is something extremely powerful, and I really recommend you to try it. And so in case you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure you hit the like button. Any comments or feedback, please use the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe, because now I'm frequently posting videos about the law of attraction. In case you think my videos and my channel would help out a friend of yours, make sure you share it with them. Thank you so much. As always, wonderful talking to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.